It is time to lift the embargo. X-Force is coming soon, and in this video, we are taking a look at their kits. The full kits, Domino, X-23, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, plus the reworks for Deadpool and Cable. We're taking a look at all of that and some gameplay footage of them in action on War Offense. And if you are ready for all of that, guys, you know what to do. Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, what is up? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Hope you are staying safe because the embargo is finally over and we can reveal everything we know about this insane X-Force team looking to be very, very strong on War Offense. Now, disclaimer time, the information provided in this video was provided by Scopely as part of their Envoy program. Yes, not using that Fox Next name anymore. It is official. They are Scopely and not Fox Next. So all this was provided by them. The opinions in this video are my own though, guys. And we are going to take a look at the full kits with stats. Yes, we got to see a preview of the Domino kit, of the Negasonic Teenage Warhead kit, but we have their stats so we can finally make a good estimation of how good these guys are. We have some gameplay footage, a battle with the Asgardians, and Asgardians is pretty much who it looks like they are designed to counter on War Defense. So without further ado, guys, let's start off with Domino because we already saw her kit. Now let's go take a look at the numbers. All right, and here is Domino, guys. As we can see, she has the Hero, Global, Mutant, Controller, X-Force, Unity, and Lucky tags. The Lucky looks like it is going to be a temporary tag for her event, which is coming up. No date, maybe later this week, maybe next week. Not sure yet, but let's go take a look at her skills. And as you can see, she is a 7 gold star, 4 red star. So all of the footage in this video is with this same level of character. Her basic skill, we did see this previously, but let's go take a look at all the full stats. It is Lucky Shot. Attacking the primary target, it is 210% damage, so decent damage. Gaining 50% crit chance for this attack. So yes, she makes use of a lot of crits, and she's getting that assist from an X-Force ally. So that is her basic Lucky Shot. And let's move on to her special. It is called Fire in the Hole. And let me actually move my camera so you can see the bottom stats there as it starts to ramp up with that T4. Fire in the Hole, it is a 3 energy, well, you start with 3, it's a 5 energy cooldown. So not using this on turn 1. If Deadpool is an ally, transfer all negative effects from self and each X-Force ally to Deadpool. Fill the speed bar of Deadpool by 80%. So doing a few things here. You're removing all the debuffs off of that X-Force team. You're kind of using it as a heal for Deadpool because all those negative effects on him, yeah, those heal him, and he's getting more speed. So he's able to use that and get that heal pretty quickly and go for an attack. But it is not, as if that was not enough, she's also going to attack the most injured target for 320% damage. So that is nice. Plus all adjacent targets for 290% damage. So as you can see, the T4 gives a little more speed bar and a little more damage. So looking like a pretty good move. I am liking this move. And this is not coming early in the battle. It's coming later in the battle as well, kind of when Deadpool is lower in health. So I think this is a very strong move for Domino. Let's move on to her ultimate, No Scope. And as you guys will see, the animation for this move is pretty fun. So she's going to attack the primary target for 310% damage. That was not known before. She's going to apply Disrupted, rebound chain to 3 adjacent targets, 240% damage. If this character is below 50% health, she's going to rebound chain to 5 adjacent targets, and like most chains, dodge will break this chain. So pretty decent special, good opening move. Where a lot of these characters get really insane though is with their passive. So let's go take a look at what her passive actually does and how it ramps up. Lady Luck. So you're going to spill on spawn, you're filling the speed bar by 15%, and on an X-Force ally turn, 75% chance to apply evade to that ally. Very, very strong. So if you could kind of look at it this way, about a 1 in 4 chance of getting, or a 3 out of 4 chance of getting evade, which means that if you get that, probably not taking any damage unless there's some special move that I'm forgetting that goes around evade. But if you look at it, is a 50% chance without the T4. So this is probably a very good T4 to add that extra 25% chance, giving herself and the rest of the X-Force more crit damage as well. Now, as we scroll down, because this is not it, there's more to it as well. You're gaining 10% dodge chance for X-Force allies. They're also gaining that dodge chance. And as we scroll down here, we can't scroll down. You're getting crit damage, 20% extra crit damage. X-Force allies are also gaining that. And you're also getting negative 15% crit damage to the enemies as well. Plus, as if that isn't enough, we got more. We got some war offense bonuses as well. On spawn, you're going to reduce the speed bar for all enemies by 5%. And you're going to give offense up to all X-Force allies. Looking very, very strong on this team. Let's go take a look at her stats, though. See if it backs it up. Good health. 9,500 health, or 95,000 health, excuse me. You got about 11,000 damage, so pretty decent damage, especially for a controller. Armor is looking good. Focus is looking good. Let's take a look at her speed. She is a 105 speed character, so not the fastest character in the game, slightly over just like an average character, but pretty good, especially when she's gonna get that speed bar filled on spawn. So she's gonna go a little quicker on that opening turn, just the subsequent turns not coming as quickly because of her low speed. But that is pretty much it. That is Domino. Let's move on to Negasonic Teenage Warhead. All right, so here we are taking a look at Negasonic Teenage Warhead in the game. And you can see her tags here: Hero, Global, Mutant, Blaster, X-Force, Unity, and starting at the same level as Domino. Let's go take a look at her kit. Now, we did see this in Friday's blog post, but it did not have numbers, so it was hard to see how strong she was, how overpowered this kit could potentially be. That passive was scary depending on the numbers. But let's go take a look at it and see if it is indeed as scary as it potentially could have been. All right, it is called Energy Blast on her basic. Decent basic for a blaster, just doing some damage, 340% damage. Nothing too crazy. Let's move on to her special though. And the T4 just gives a little extra damage. So not sure if that is worth the T4 unless you're really going hard on this team. Now this one may be worth the T4. Particle Charge. You're going to attack the primary and adjacent targets, 300% damage. Plus you're clearing positive effects off of each target. So that could be a lot of positive effects. This might be something to invest your T4 in if you're going hard on this team. Removing those positive effects is a good thing in my opinion. So yes, this is not a opening turn move. This is a 5 energy cooldown, but you're starting with 3 energy, so probably could use this on your second turn. Let's move on to her ultimate right there, Warhead. It is a big AoE attack, 360% damage, excuse me, at the T4 maxed out level. You're applying heal block for 2 turns. And on war offense, you're also clearing defense up on all targets. So you start to see some of that Asgardian counter in her kit as well. A lot of these kits are countering this Asgardian team and potentially a lot of other teams on war defense. But that is pretty much a pretty simple kit for her as far as her attacks. Her passive is where it gets kind of crazy. So let's go take a look at that. On spawn, bury yourself for 10% of this character's max health. So that is the number that we're missing, 10%. So not super crazy. On an enemy turn, bury yourself for 5% of this character's max health, plus fill the speed bar by 10%. So this is a very good move. You're gonna get a lot of speed for this character every time the enemy takes a turn, getting a little extra barrier to protect her health, give her that survivability, give her some speed. Now, I was thinking these numbers, she could be an insane character if these numbers are crazy. I don't think these are crazy numbers. I don't think these are weak numbers either. So just a very good kit and a very good passive. If this character has barrier, she's going to gain some extra armor. So very likely that she's going to gain some armor because of all the barrier that's being thrown around. Every time an enemy takes a turn, she's getting it on spawn. So probably gaining some armor as well. But that is not it. Let's scroll down and see what else she does on war offense. And on spawn, she's going to fill the speed bar by 10% plus 5% for per each X-Force ally. So a lot of speed on the opening turn on war. Also gaining 50% extra damage, and X-Force allies 50% extra damage. This is a very strong passive right here. Helps not just her, helps the rest of the X-Force, and this is one that I probably will invest in. I'm probably going to be building up this X-Force team, so this is a very strong passive for that entire team. Let's go take a look at her stats. 114,000 health. That is not bad for a blaster. 11,000 damage. Again, pretty good damage for a blaster at that level. Let's move down and see her speed. This is what's going to put her over the top, but it does not. It is only 90. So not a fast character, getting a lot of bonuses that help her be a fast character, but 90 is pretty low. For myself, 100 is the baseline, and she is below 100. So she's not a quick character if you don't include her passive. Let's move on to X23. This is the character that we did not see in any blog posts. All right, guys, and here is X23. We have not seen any details of her kit previously, so this is a total new kit reveal. As you can see, Hero, Global, Mutant, Brawler, and X-Force looking very good, and I think I'm most excited about this character, mainly based on the animations that I saw in the gameplay footage, which we're going to take a look at in just a little bit. But before we do that, let's take a look at her skills. All right, so let me move my camera so we can see her basic, and it is called Snicked. Attack the primary target, 250% piercing damage, so kind of like Wolverine, getting that piercing from her claws, gaining evade, so it helps to keep her alive, always gaining evade with that T4 and a little extra damage, so not sure if it is worth that T4 investment, but possibly. All right, let's go to her special here, because this is a very strong opening move. 4 out of 4 on the cooldown, so you can use this on the opening turn. You're going to attack the primary target, 300% piercing damage, so that is a pretty good opening turn. Applying ability block, that just makes it even better. That ability block on turn 1 can be very, very strong against the right enemies. If blocked or dodged, you're going to gain a bonus attack for 350% piercing. So yeah, don't block her, don't dodge her, because she's going to attack you again for an even stronger attack. You're going to apply an ability block up to a maximum of 3, and a bonus attack is unavoidable. And in War, the bonus attack is going to get 10,000% extra focus. So yeah, you're going to hit that ability block if you're doing it on War, unless yeah, you're going to hit it. You're going to hit that ability block in War, guys. Next move is her ultimate, and that is Feral Rage. You can see the T4 right there. What it does, it's always going to flip the stealth on each attack, but let's read what it does. All right, you're going to attack the most injured non-summon target for 140% piercing, ignoring taunt, ignoring stealth, flip stealth on that target. So yeah, as Guardian counter, this is where I'm seeing a lot of it in her kit. Who has stealth? Loki puts stealth on everybody. Repeat this attack 4 additional times. So yeah, they're gonna get hit. If X23 finishes the last non-summon enemy, so if she finishes the non-Greg enemy, repeat. And let's get it scrolling down. Repeat this full attack against the most injured summoned target. So Greg, you're in trouble. X23 is coming after you if she doesn't have anybody to attack. So yeah, this is just screaming Asgardian counter. All of their kits are kind of leading to that, especially this ultimate right here for X23. This is her passive right here. Let's get this a little lined up so we can see what the T4 does. Looks like you're filling the speed bar by 20% for the T4. You're gaining 20% focus for self and X-Force allies and Wolverine. Let's take a look at this passive, though. Very, very strong. I like all of these characters' passive. On turn, heal for 10% of this character's max health. That is that Wolverine, that healing factor like he has. When an enemy drops below 50% health, fill the speed bar by 40%. So she's gaining a lot of speed. Very, very quick. When this character's health drops below 50%, gain 2 evades. Yeah, she's gonna survive. She's gaining evades when she drops below, plus she's healing up. I mean, she's gonna have some viability outside of this X-Force team as well. Gain 60% focus. X-Force allies and Wolverine also gain that focus as well. And let's scroll down because she does have a little bonus on War offense. You're gonna get extra 80% focus for herself and X-Force allies. Let's go take a look at her kit though. Lots of health, pretty big health pool, not a crazy amount of damage, but all her damage is piercing. So the actual damage numbers should be pretty good. Scrolling down here, you can see the rest of her stats and the important 115 speed. So very, very quick character, or not very quick, but a quick character, especially with all the speed bonus she's gonna get. Yes, this character I think is a very good one outside of this X-Force team as well. So perhaps if you're not using the X-Force team, perhaps you could slot into that hero brawler role as well. Let's go take a look at the reworks to Deadpool and Cable. All right, so here is the new and improved Deadpool, and right off the bat, he got a 10% health increase. So just that on his rework. Let's go take a look at his special. His basic stayed the same. His special Bounty Hunter is a little different though. The main thing right here is if X23 is an ally, this attack ignores stealth. That is the only change to this skill. Let's move on to his ultimate because this skill also got changed slightly. This is ultimate hack and slash. The new thing is everything is the same. The new one though is if Domino is an ally, this attack cannot be counterattacked. So a lot of synergy with Domino and Deadpool. I think this is a pair that you're not going to want to split up, even if you're not using a full X-Force team. Let's go take a look at his passive because that is the big thing that got changed here. And what is the big thing? On kill, generate ability energy for an allied cable. So that is a pretty good move. Good synergy with the three of them actually, because Deadpool and Cable did have some previous synergy. All right, other new things. If Domino is an ally, 100% chance to revive at 80% max health. You are gonna have to kill Domino before you kill Deadpool now. If they're on the same team, he's just gonna keep reviving over and over and over. She is a very lucky character, and that luck spreads to him. As you can see, he has that luck tag as well. And as you can see, his stats got a slight boost, mainly just into health though. So let's go take a look at his other partner in crime, Cable. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at a new and improved Cable. Now, like Deadpool, he got that 10% health bonus, but he also got a 5% speed bonus. So if we scroll all the way ahead before looking at his skills, speed 96 right now in the game, 91. So a little bit of a boost to his speed. Let's go take a look at the boost to his kit though. So the first one is his basic plasma rifle. So the big thing here, if he is not charged, he is going to fill the speed bar by 80%. And this is big right now. If you want to use this kit correctly, you're using his basic, then you're using either his special or his ultimate. But yes, he's a very slow character, so it's not coming around as quickly. I think this is big. This makes it important to opening with that basic move, and then you could follow up with either the special or the ultimate. I like the special though, so let's go take a look at that because that got a little rework as well. You got a slight damage increase on this one, 340% damage. It was 220%, still changing the speed bar by 50%. Attacking adjacent targets, 190% damage. It used to read 170%, so some damage increase to this special right here. In charge, we also got some bonuses to this charge effect. So let's scroll down here so we can see what the full thing does right here. And yes, you do a lot if he is charged. So the new things, clearing all positive effects from the primary target, that is not there before. Clearing 2 positive effects from the secondary targets, that's also not there before. The damage, 190, that used to read 170, so a slight increase to this damage if he is charged. And that is the changes to his special, so that got a little better. This this buff removal is a very, very good addition as well. And then now let's go take a look at his passive. He had a few different things happen to his passive, so let's scroll down and look at these. All right, a bunch actually. So the first one, on charge, barrier self for 20% of this character's max health. So every time he uses basic, he's getting 20% barrier. That is pretty good. On turn, actually, that is there. On turn, 30% chance to counter to a mutant ally, 20% chance to apply counter to a random ally, and if charged, this is new, barrier self for 10% of this character's max health. So yes, he is all about the barriers now, guys. On war offense, on spawn, this is totally new. You're gonna gain charge. So he's going to start off with charge. So he's going to get that barrier there. And he's going to spill the speed bar for self and X-Force allies by an additional 5% and additional 5% per X-Force allies. So yeah, some of these guys, not too crazy speed, but the passive from Cable kind of makes up for it. So that is them. That is their kits. That is the reworks. Let's go take a look at these guys in war against the Asgardians. All right, so here is the footage sent from Scopely, and we can see Hela starts off summoning Greg there as usual, and this is going to be a pretty good match. Negasonic Warhead starts off with a big AoE attack, removing the defense up. Any defense ups on the field was removed by that one move, and it is looking like X23 is coming with her turn. Starts off with an attack on Thor, and that is probably an ability block on Thor. Cable is ready to go, but it is Domino's turn right now, and she is starting off with that sharpshooter move. Look at this. No scope. That is pretty awesome. Going after Hela, going after Loki there. Greg dies in the process, and now we have X-23 going another time, and boom, Loki is dead. Loki is down before he even gets his defense up, or his special going with that defense down. Loki is dead. Another Greg on the field. Thor is also dead, and X-23 putting in work, taking out the two Asgardian bros, working on Hela now, taking out the Gregs. It is pretty much automatic at this point. Once Hela goes down, this battle is won. But she is not down, and there are a lot of Gregs on the field. But these guys were designed as a war counter specifically to the Asgardians. So we'll see what happens here. But as you guys will probably know, this is gonna be a win. They're not gonna send us footage of these guys losing. Oh, Hela taking some damage there. A little slow with the footage, but as we continue, Hela starts. Oh, she does her ultimate there, spreads any debuffs that Domino had there, and Sif taking some dealing some damage there, going off. Heimdall has his turn now, but I think it is all automatic at this point, guys. This X-Force is looking very strong against the Asgardians. We also got footage of the X-Force fighting Shield, Coulson war defense, and that was just a total annihilation. No word yet on whether these guys are also countering the Mercs or also countering Hydra. Very interesting. I'm curious to see. I do want to test these guys against some other teams, but against these Asgardians, these guys' kits work perfectly. Look at all those Gregs on the field. X-23, there goes Hela, and it is done now. This battle is done. Domino there, getting all of the debuffs, transferring it to Deadpool, and Domino is gonna throw it back at the enemies, killing a couple Gregs there. Heimdall still alive though. That is, I like Domino's animations are pretty nice as well. That shot, that scope, that no scope move that she does, pretty fun. All right, and last but not least, it is X-23 taking out Gregs. Is she gonna take out both the Gregs? Look at those animations, looking strong. It is a single target attack. Oh, going after Heimdall. And it is Deadpool with his big animation. Hopefully it goes after Heimdall, not Greg. Boom, there is a special taking out Heimdall. One more Greg left, and boom, it is automatic, guys. So there was the footage of this X-Force team taking out the big bad Asgardians on ward defense. Like I said, we also got footage of this X-Force team taking out Coulson, Fury, Shield on ward defense as well. Two of the strongest teams out there on war defense. No word on the Mercs, Hydra, or the Marauders, but these guys are very, very strong on war offense, and I think they have some viability outside of war offense as well. Obviously, a very good blitz team. Not sure if they're going to make it into Arena, but we also got footage of them in Ultimate 7 doing the first two nodes, and I think just judging by the footage, on some of the earlier nodes, you might be able to use them. On some of the later nodes, probably not. So not a raid team, but a very, very good war offense team, very good blitz team. That's where I'm seeing these guys be useful, but maybe some hybrids that I'm not seeing right now, that I'm not theory crafting my head right now. So let me know what you guys think of this team. Let me know where you're gonna use these characters, and let me know how hard you guys are gonna go for this team. Is this exciting? Personally, I'm more excited about a war offense team than a war defense team. So I'm a little more excited about this team than the Mercs or Hydra. But that is me. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps you in determining whether or not you want to invest in this full-on X-Force team. I think they look fun. And if it helps you, subscribe to the channel, smash on that like button, guys. At least 4 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you check out some of the links in the description. They support the channel. I think there's a sale right now on TeePublic, guys, so check that out if you want to stock up on your Valley merch. Also, check me out on social media and give me a Hulk fist bump before you go, guys. ValleyFlyin out.